Maybe the sun gave me the power, but I could swim Loch Lomond and be back in half an hour. Maybe the air gave me the drive, but I'm all aglow and alive. What a day this has been. What a real mood I'm in. Well, it's almost like being in love. I've a smile on my face for the whole human race, and it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling, swear I was falling, and it's almost like being in love. Thank you very much. Well, I'm here at last. This has taken a long time. Wonder what got in the way. And it's awfully hot, as everybody else is hot. And I, of course, have prepared a script, and I can't actually see it. So, excuse me while I'm here. But thank you all for coming tonight to celebrate the launch and the first live performance of my album, My Scottish Heart, which is a collection of very old 18th and 19th century songs, all completely reimagined, hopefully. And of course, I didn't do all this on my own. It's very much a collaborative project. And I'll introduce the band now because I'll either introduce them loads or I'll forget. So I'll just do it now, and that's once. So starting from the right, we have Mr. Colin Steele on the trumpet. And on the album, Konrad Wisniewski plays the saxophone, and we have a wonderful adept tonight, all the way from deepest Ayrshire, Mr. Stuart Forbes. On the percussion, it's Tom Gordon. And double bass, Andrew Robb. And on keys is my collaborator, the maestro himself, Mr. Ewan Stevenson. So that's it. Thank you. Good night. So that first number isn't actually on the album, but it is in the film Brigadoon, and it does mention Loch Lomond, so, you know, it's a good starter. The first one we're going to do from the album is actually I Know Where I'm Going, which I believe is from the 19th century at least, possibly Irish, but we'll claim it as Scottish. And I think I'm not quite sure where it originated, but I know it was used in a film, I Know Where I'm Going, that was made in 1945, and that was set in Mull. So I'm going to attribute this one to Mull, because I think the whole album is a kind of a musical tour of Scotland. And yeah, so we'll go on with that one. That one was actually out as a single, you might have known. Too much talk. Okay. I have stockings of silk and shoes of fine green leather, combs to buckle my hair, and rings for every finger. I know where I'm going, and I know who's going with me. I know who I love, but the deal knows who I'll marry. it's hot up here. So I was saying the album is kind of a musical tour of Scotland, and I know we've got people in here tonight from the Far East in Aberdeen and Edinburgh and Ralston. That's quite Far East in Paisley. So the next song is from Perthshire. Let me consult my script. And it was actually written by a chap called Sir Harold Bolton, who was actually from Kent, but came up to visit Scotland as a student sometime in the 19th century, and obviously fell in love with the country. Well, who wouldn't? And he also wrote the Skye Boat song. So he obviously had a thing about boats, because this one is the Loch Tay boat song. What else can I tell you? So this is our take on that. 1, 2, 3. Hurry, ho, ro. Hurry, ho, ro. Hurry, ho, ro, ho, ro. When he's done his work of day, and he rows his boat away to the waters of Loch Tay, as the evening light is fading, and he looks upon Ben Lors, where the afterglow glows, and he thinks on two bright eyes and the merry mouth below. She's his beauteous nigh unruh, his joy and sorrow too, and although she is untrue, well, he cannot live without her, for his heart's a boat in tow, and he'd give the world to know why she means to let him go, as he sings Hurry, ho, ro. Unruh, her lovely hair has more glamour, I declare, than all the tresses rare, twinkling and Aberfeldy, be they lint, white, brown or gold, be they blacker than the sloe, they are worth no more to him than the melting flake of snow. Her eyes are like the gleam of the sunlight on the stream, and the song the fairies sing seems like songs she sings at milking, but his heart is full of woe, for last night she bade him go, and the tears begin to flow as he sings Hurry, ho, ro. Hurry, ho, ro. Hurry, ho, ro. tale of unrequited love. So, you know, these are such old songs, but the stories still continue, don't they? And if you listen to the album version, there are some lovely backing vocals on there from Katrina Price, a lovely singer who couldn't be with us tonight, but listen to the album when you hear that. So I think as plenty of people here are old enough to remember Nana Muscuri, and how when she used to introduce songs, you know, there was always stories about a little goat herd, and you know, the stories ended up being longer than the songs themselves. So I'll try not to do that. But this next one is actually where it all began for me, really. When I went to primary school in Paisley, Lochfield, and we had a choir mistress, Miss Campbell, who was a tuchter, a Gael, and she taught us Gaelic songs and old Scottish songs, and even took us to the Mod in Greenock. What were the chances? That was your... Anyway, this takes us to the Outer Hebrides, this song, and this is called the Island Spinning Song, although I tend to call it Hullamakadoo, as you'll soon find out why. Sorry, keep moving away from the mic. And I dedicate it to Miss Campbell, although she might actually be spinning in her grave if she heard what we've done with it. Sorry, I just thought of that now, really, honestly. Hullamakadoo, hoorovahee, hoorovahenda, hoorovahenda, hullamakadoo, hoorovahee, oh dick, oh deck, oh dandy. When will someone come to me? Will he come by land or sea? Will he my own lover be? Oh, tell me truly, will, oh. Hullamakadoo, hoorovahee, hoorovahenda, hoorovahenda, hullamakadoo, hoorovahee, oh dick, oh deck, oh dandy. Wheel of fate, what is it you say? This year, next, or never a day. When will a wooer come my way? Oh, tell me truly, will, oh. Halamakadu, Hurobahi, Hurobahenda, Hurobahenda, Halamakadu, Hurobahi, Odek, Odamli, Halamakadu, Hurobahi, Hurobahenda, Hurobahenda, Halamakadu, Hurobahi, Odek, Odamli. Have to particularly congratulate Mr. Tom Gordon on the drums there, keeping that beat driving all that time, keeping that wheel spinning. So, and you know, I think the whole album, it's you know, what is it? Is it folk? Is it jazz? Is it joke? Is it faz? I think that's why I ended up doing my hair like this. You know, one side might be folk, the other side might be jazz, but I'm not quite sure which is which. That one's definitely jazz. Come on, Miss Campbell would approve. So the next number is actually taking us to Stirlingshire, which is where Balchwydder is, spelt with a Q-U-H, surprisingly. Anyway, it's actually written by Paisley's own Robert Tannahill, and he did actually write about the Braes of Glenurfer in Paisley as well, and I don't know why he ended up writing about Balchwydder. Maybe he had a day out or something. But I think that's one thing since I started looking at these old songs, you know, realising what wonderful writers there were, and not least from Paisley, of course. Oh, I'm not putting myself in that category. Well, not yet. Come on. So this is the Braes of Balchwydder. Let us go, lassie, go to the Braes of Balchwydder, where the blaeberries grow, mang the bonny blooming heather, where the deer and the rae sporting blinding together through the lang summer's day. Mind the Braes of Balchwydder, when we go, lassie, go to the Braes of Balchwydder, where the blaeberries grow, mang the bonny blooming heather, will we go. I will twine thee a bower by yon clear silver fountain, and I'll cover it o'er with the flowers of the mountain. I will roam through the wilds and the deep glens say dreary, and return with the spoils to the bower of my dearie. Will we go, lassie, go course, I forgot the most important thing about that song was that, I think it's written by Robert Tannahill, and he's often credited with having written The Wild Mountain Thyme, which he didn't actually write. He wrote this one, which became adapted through many various versions and became The Wild Mountain Thyme. So that was the original. And there's a lovely version by Kenneth McKellar if you want to check it out, another of Paisley's finest. The next one is our last song before we're going to have a short break, and this one I can't really find. There's very little written about the origins of it. It's written by that prolific writer Traditional, and but I think it's one of those ones that's handed down, through the oral tradition by travelling folk, which means for the whole of Scotland. And this is one where we've given it quite a different treatment. It's a soundscape. So let's see what you make of this one. You might need a break at the end of it. My love, he stands at yon chamber door, combing down his yellow hair. His curly locks I like to see. I wonder if my love minds on me. Will ye gang, love, and leave me new? Will ye gang, love, and leave me new? Would ye forsake your ain love true, and gang wi' a lass that ye never knew? I wish, though I wish in vain, I wish I were a maid again, but a maid again I'll never be, till an apple grows on an orange tree. As long as my apron did bite do, he followed me frae tune to tune, but now it's up above my knee. My love goes by, but he kens not me. I wish my bairn was born. I'm sitting on his daddy's knee, and I myself was deed and gone, with the waving grass all over me ground. Mark my grave, faith lang and deep. Put a bunch of roses at my head and feet, and in the middle a turtle dove. Let the people know I died for love. And we're going to have a break for about 20 minutes. Thank you very much. give us some Miles. So we have Colin Steele on trumpet. Stuart Forbes on sax. Tom Gordon on drums. Andrew Robb on bass. Ian Stevenson on keys. Now that was just... that was blistering. I'm sorry, it's me now. Got me back. So back to my stories, and where were we? Oh, back in Paisley actually. Yes. The next track on the album is called "Woo Me Again," and it was actually written by somebody with a fantastic name, Ebenezer Picken. And when I was looking for songs that I wanted to do, I was looking for quite obscure ones, because everybody's heard Loch Lomond and the Northern Lights of Aberdeen. So I was going through this old website, or rather the website of old songs, and I got down to W, and Woo Me Again jumped out, and I thought, I like that title. So I went and looked it up, and it turned out it was a poem by this chap Ebenezer Picken, who turned out to be the son of a silk weaver from Paisley, and was a contemporary of Tannahill and Wilson and all the rest of it. And apparently he was supposed to train to be a minister, but he enjoyed social pursuits too much, so he had to be a teacher. So the teachers at the back will know all about that. So this is we took his poem and set it to music, and this is Woo Me Again. Well, I have to just cover quick. It's got a lot of words. Take part in my story as well. I'll take my glasses on. When Jamie first would was but I knew, from his lips flowed the strings of persuasion and truth. His suit I rejected with pride and disdain, but oh, what he offered to woo me again. He said that he hoped I would yield and be kind. I counted his proffers as light as the wind. I laughed at his grief when I heard him complain, but oh, what he offered to woo me again. The simmer of life, it soon flits a wall, and the bloom on your cheek will soon die in the snow. Oh, think ere you treat a fond youth with disdain, that in age the sweet flower never blossoms again. My locks that were black as the sleigh, and praised my fine shape, from the tap to the tea. I played and desired he would let me alone, but oh, what he offered to woo me again. Repulsed, he forsook me and left me to grieve, and mourn the sadder that my swain took his leave. By my fate, despise not the heart you may value too late. But now guilt's the plain, And the other had to be one. Hopefully we can edit that tape, yeah? As I say, if it's good enough for a day. And, well, since I messed it up, I'll tell you another wee story about Ebenezer Picken, that apparently, back in the day, the word piss was actually acceptable, but he thought it was rather rude. So he invented the term pee, as in going for a pee. Good old Ebenezer. So, moving on. The next one is back to the islands, and this is the Eriskay Love Lilt, which, when we were in the studio, I kind of threw this at Andrew, our bass player. He said, "Can you do that for me? It's okay, you can work on it tonight, and we'll do it tomorrow." I thought that's what these guys did. So anyway, he did. And then we got Colin to add some spice. So this is the Eriskay Love Lilt, which you might recognise, but not like this. So. Ven mio rovano, ven mio rovani, ven mio ruoho, sad am I without thee. When I'm lonely, dear white heart, black the night or wild the sea, by love's light my foot finds the old pathway to thee. Ver mio rovano, ver mio rovani, ver mio ruoho, sad am I without thee. Thou'rt the music of my heart, harp of joy, o crushed mochi, moon of guidance by night, strength and light, thou'rt to me. Ver mio rovano, ver mio rovani, ver mio ruoho, sad am I without thee, sad am I without thee. This next one is also by Robert Tannahill, and what I love about it is it's called Fly We to Some Desert Isle, and I just love the idea that back in, you know, the turn of the 18th into the 19th century, he had this notion of going to a desert isle. But I think the Robinson Crusoe had been published in 1719, actually. So you think, you know, people like him would probably have read that and had some idea of a desert isle. But the cutest thing is he thinks there'll be heather there to wander through. So I just love it. It's a lovely wee song. Fly we to some desert isle. There we'll spend our days together. Shun the world's derisive smile. Wandering tenants of the heather, sheltered in some lonely glen. For remove from mortal plan. Forget the selfish ways of men, nor feel a wish beyond each other. Though my friends deride me still, Jamie, I'll disown thee never. Let them scorn me as they will. I'll be thine and thine forever. What are all my kin to me? Oh, their bridal pedigree. What were life if wanting thee? And what were death if we must sever? So the next one is actually called My Scottish Heart. And I always knew when I was pulling this collection together that I wanted to call it My Scottish Heart, because it's all, I'm kind of sentimental and all that, and I like Scotland and everything. Anyway, and for ages I was trying to write a song about my Scottish heart, and it was always silvery salmon swimming upstream and, you know, heathery hills and all this sort of thing. And then I was out for coffee with a friend one time, and we were talking about what it'd be like to leave Scotland, and then it made me remember the clearances, and well, I wasn't there, but you know, I remember reading about the clearances. And I always found it a really moving period of Scottish history, and when I started thinking about that, well, the words just flowed out, as they say. So I took the words and the melody to Mr. Stevenson here, and he created a wonderful musical bed for it, and I'm very pleased with how it, well, I hope you like it. I mean, I like it. So we'll play it for you. Get carried away now. Mr. Forbes here, I only met him today for the first time. He learned that part, and wasn't that wonderful on the flute? And if anybody knows any producers for Outlander, this is ready to go. This is actually the last one from the album. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet. For old lang syne, we twa hearing about the braes and put the gowans fine, but there's been a many a weary foot since old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet. For old lang syne. And here's a hand, my trusty friend, and gives a hand o' thine. We'll take a right good welly wacht for old lang syne. For old we'll take a cup of kindness yet. For old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet. For old lang syne. So that's it in a nutshell. So that was the last track from the album, and obviously one of the best, most well-known songs in the world, but maybe not to the tune that you're familiar with. That was the original tune that Burns set the words to when he stole them off an old man that he met in Dumfries. But nobody talks of them. Reinvented them. So, thank you very much for coming from all parts of Scotland tonight, and I hope you've enjoyed the musical tour. And don't want to leave you feeling sad, so you want to do maybe... I've got a few thank yous to make though. Yeah, I want a bit of show business. So I've got a lot of thank yous to make. So I'd like to thank the venue for looking after us so well, putting on such a good show. The sound guys and Josh on the film. The bar staff. Oh, see, I should have had the glasses on first, because first of all, I was going to thank all of you. Did I do that already? Thank you, everybody, for supporting me in my music and coming on tonight. I want to thank Chris for being our doorman. I'm going to thank Renfrewshire Council just in case they see the film, because they gave me a tiny wee bit of grant. So, Renfrewshire Council. Woo. I want to thank John Shaw for the lovely artwork, wherever he is. I want to thank the band. And as Oscar Wilde might have said, in music, my tastes are simple, only the best. Oh, I can't forget, I have to thank Tommy, my diva wrangler, roadie and #1 fan. He paid me to say that. The very first night I met her, she was awful, awful shy. The rain came pouring down, but she was happy, so was I. We ran like mad for shelter and we landed up a stair. The rain came pouring out my brakes, but oh, I didn't care, for she was a fine wee lass, a bonny wee lass, bonny wee Jeannie McCall. I met her at a wedding in the Corporated Hall. I gave her brother's engagement ring and a bonny wee paisley shawl. I was the best man, she was the belle of the ball. Woo! I was the best man. She was the belle of the ball. Is there a glass of red wine with my name on it anywhere?